This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
This is the late night news on NDTV Hindu. I'm EVELYN. MATHEW. A power-packed bulletin is coming your way. But first, let's get you the headlines first. It was a day of high drama. Arrested students of Government Arts College released. College authorities promised to resolve all issues.
There's just no basis for this arrest. They didn't block traffic. They didn't do anything illegal. This police is doing illegal job here.
The Election Commission Act staff issues notices to political parties over unaccounted expenses in Pernagaram.
They don't give an explanation, it is open to the authorities.
Poll campaign heats up in Pernagaram. Jayalalitha and Stalin take on each other over Hogeneckal issue. A house owner in Waterman Pet allegedly murders his tenant. Class 10 students take on the board exams that began today. And it's the big battle down south. It's Chennai Super Kings versus Royal Challengers in Bangalore. The history of Government Fine Arts College had not seen drama of today's magnitude. Students were arrested when they held a demonstration in their campus today. The campus of the Government Fine Arts College today was a mute witness to something it had never seen before. Agitating students were on a hunger strike, which led to the college having to be shut indefinitely. The exams were postponed indefinitely, all because of a section of students thinking that the principal of the college, Manohar Natarajan, was biased and so wanted him sacked. The students had decided to continue their indefinite strike after talks with the Tourism and Culture Secretary, Ire Anbu, which did not yield any result. The deadlock continued, the protest continued, and then there was police action. Over 100 of them was forcefully arrested. However, the arrested students have been released. Earlier, the students had put forth a set of demands and had sought a written assurance from the Secretary. They demanded that there would be immediate replacement of their principal, Manoharan, and withdrawal of all cases against students. In fact, the flashpoint of the conflict was an attack on the principal's car by unidentified persons. 3 college students were subsequently arrested on charges of attacking the principal's car and remanded to custody. They have since been out on bail, but the students are now demanding withdrawal of cases against them. Besides, they also demanded better infrastructure and facilities at the college.
There's just no basis for this arrest. They didn't block traffic. They didn't do anything illegal. This police is doing illegal job here.
This is ridiculous. What they are doing is ridiculous. We are very angry to police.
ஆடு மாடுகளை தூக்கிட்டு போறாங்க
இப்ப நீங்க இல்லீகலா காலேஜ்ல இருந்ததா சொல்றாங்க இல்லையா
வாய்ப்பே கிடையாது சார் நோ ஒன் சார் அவர் காலேஜ் சார் ஹவ் கேன் டெல் சார் எப்படி எங்க காலேஜ்ல சொல்ல முடியும் எங்க காலேஜ் நாங்க இருந்தா இப்ப யார் இருக்கா அந்த காலேஜ்ல நாங்க படிக்கிற காலேஜ் நாங்க இல்லாம எப்படி இல்லீகலா இருக்கோம்
காலேஜ் மாணவர்களுக்கு அந்த வந்துட்டு காலேஜ்ல இருக்கிற தகுதி இல்லன்ட்டு எங்களை அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு போறாங்க சரிங்களா இதுக்கு வந்துட்டு பாக்குற மக்கள் அதுக்கு பதில் சொல்லணும்
சார் மீடியா
நியாயமானது இத வந்து போலீஸ் தவறாக கூட்டி போறாங்க அது தவறான பல கிழிச்சு திருப்புறாங்க.
And here's what the Deputy Commissioner of Keelpok, NC Sarangan, had to say about the students' arrest.
The students have been arrested, removed from this place because they were squatting even after the closure of the college. And now they have been taken there and they have promised that they will abide by it. And as the assurance has been given by the concerned department, they said they will wait for the outcome and they will abide by it. So they have quietly gone home. Okay. That the concerned departments will have to say that, and whatever their demands, it has been clarified by the concerned department that it will be taken care of. 110 of them have been arrested.
And our reporter Shabir Ahmed, who has been tracking this story the entire day, joined us from the Government Fine Arts College with some of those students who were released today.
They have assured that within 2 days the college will be reopened. and within the exam gets commented, the demands that we put forward will be fulfilled. That's the assurance they have given us. If that doesn't happen, we will go on the strike again.
Okay. So are you happy now?
Partially. At least they told that they will look upon the issues. For that we are happy.
You have been here protesting since morning.
No, from yesterday
what kind
onwards.
of assurance did the college authorities give you, and what kind of assurance you have received from the police officials?
No, from our faculty side we got a good support now, and they were saying like within 2 days we are going to open the college, and we are going to like whatever the like we are facing lots of problems like lack of faculty, infrastructure problem. So this all things should be they should do all these things before the exam starts, and what all the demands we put across, like to take back the the case against Yashwantana, and we should dismiss the Manohar sir. So this kind of things also should happen before the exam begins. If it didn't happen, means we'll again go for protest.
What more needs to be done here, ma'am?
I think basically, first of all, the committee has to be formed to reorganize this college. The degrees are given by Madras University, but it's a technical education center. There are fundamental flaws in the way the college is happening. They have to bring in eminent artists from all over the country, because this was one of the first institutes formed in the country for fine arts college. They have to bring in artists, they have to bring in people who've been involved in the institution building process and relook at the whole institution, constitute a fresh board which will govern the things, which will contain artists and other people involved in arts, not people like Manoharan and others who have no iota of art in them.
In fact, some of the students who did not want to be identified spoke to us earlier. Let's now listen in to what they had to say about the issue that took such a serious turn.
ஃபஸ்ட் இயர் பசங்க நேற்று வந்து எக்ஸாம் எழுத போனாங்க. எக்ஸாம் எழுத போனவங்கள ஒரு குரூப் வந்து எக்ஸாம் எழுதக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி மிரட்டி கம்பல் பண்ணி ஸ்ட்ரைக்கில் உட்கார வச்சாங்க. ஆனால் ஃபஸ்ட் இயர் பசங்க வந்து நாங்கள் எக்ஸாம் எழுதுவோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு போனாங்க. உள்ளே எக்ஸாம் ஹாலுக்குள்ளே போனவங்களையும் இவங்க மிரட்டி இழுத்துட்டு வந்து ஸ்ட்ரைக்கில் உட்கார வச்சாங்க. வெளில காலேஜ் டோரை லாக் பண்ணிட்டு அங்கே ஒரு 10 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் நின்றுட்டு இவங்களை வெளில போகக்கூடாது, எல்லோரும் போய் உள்ளே உட்காருங்க, மூஞ்சில் ஆசிரியர் அடிப்பேன் அப்படியெல்லாம் மிரட்டி ஸ்ட்ரைக்கில் உட்கார வச்சாங்க. பட் இந்த பசங்களுக்கு வந்து எக்ஸாம் எழுதுறதுக்காக காலேஜ் வந்த பசங்க தான். இவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஸ்ட்ரைக் பண்ணுறதுல இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இல்லை. காலேஜ் நல்லா தான் போயிட்டுருக்கு. அதனால் இவங்க உள்ளே போய் மாட்டிக்கிட்டாங்க. இவங்களுக்கு எதுக்கு ஸ்ட்ரைக்னா மெட்டீரியல் வேணும், காலேஜை டெவலப் பண்ணும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி கேட்டு ஸ்ட்ரைக் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஆனால் இதில் வந்து கேஸ்ட் எழுத்து ப்ராப்ளம் பண்ணுறாங்க. இது வந்து ஒரு 3 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து போலீஸ் கேஸில் மாட்டியிருக்கிறதுனால அவங்க அதுலேருந்து தப்பிக்கிறதுக்காக இப்போ அவங்க ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து ஒரு இயர் பசங்களே ஃபுல்லாக எக்ஸாம் எழுத விடாமல் ஸ்ட்ரைக் பண்ணுறாங்க.
Reactions there from the students. This is where we've been getting you all of those news first up on NDTV Hindu. Now, in other news making the headlines, the Election Commission has now taken a strong stand against politicians who are trying to bribe the voters in Pennagaram constituency ahead of the by-polls. The Chief Electoral Officer said that notices have been issued to the political parties for all the unaccounted expenses that they have incurred so far. Teams would be formed to monitor the activities of the parties in the constituency. 6 companies of CRPF have been stationed at strategic points, and live recordings of polling will be done. Pennagaram goes to the polls on the 27th of March.
Notice has been issued. Now, if they give an explanation, then that will have to be looked into. If they don't give an explanation, it is open to the authorities to take a view and book this expenditure.
Staying with Pennagaram, the campaigning for the constituency's by-poll scheduled for the 27th of March saw a battle of the bigwigs on Monday evening, with both AIDMK Supremo J. Jayalalitha and DMK's heir apparent M.K. Stalin rooting for their respective candidates in the constituency. And it was water everywhere on the agenda of these politicians. Jaya hit out at the ruling DMK for not implementing the Hoganekal project, and soon after, Stalin defended the project, saying that everything was going on rather well. Just a day before, DMDK founder Vijaykanth was in Pennagaram to campaign for his party. The high-voltage poll campaigning is expected to see more big names, including Chief Minister Karunanidhi, who is expected to go there on the 24th of March. The brutal murder of 40-year-old Lakshmi has sent shockwaves along the Washerman Pet area. People staged protests on the road demanding the arrest of the notorious criminal involved in the murder. Police are yet to nab the accused.
It was 7-year-old Maghimairaj's worst ever moment as he watched his own mother Lakshmi being hacked to death by a 3-member gang in the wee hours on Tuesday. Lakshmi apparently had a dispute with one of the gang members over the rent of a house she was living in.
நானும் எங்கள் அம்மா பத்து நின்றோம் 3 பேர் வந்துக்கிறாங்க ஒருத்தர் பைக்கில் வெளியே நின்றுக்கிறாரு 2 பேர் வந்து கது கட்டி வச்சாங்க சாம்பார் போட்டு நாங்கள் எழுந்தினோம் அம்மா முடிய பிடிச்சி கழுத்தில் வெட்டி யாரோ ஒன்றுமா போயிட்டாங்க 3 பேர் பைக்கில் ஏறிவிட்டாங்க.
Lakshmi's body was moved to the Stanley Government Hospital for post-mortem. Police sources say the prime accused in this murder case is a history sheeter against whom several cases are still pending with the city police.
ரொம்ப அராஜகம் ரொம்ப அதிகமாகுது வண்ணாரப்பேட்டில் என்ன இது போலீஸ் வந்து நல்ல மாதிரியே வந்து ஸ்டெப் எடுக்க இல்லை.
The residents of Washerman Pet say that the police have to wake up to the rising number of crimes in their locality. They could heave a sigh of relief if the men in khaki pad up to curb the goons, at least after witnessing brutal murders like these. In Chennai with camera person Devraj Salim for NDTV Hindu.
Still ahead on the bulletin, there might just be some ray of hope for cat aspirants. Find out more on the other side.